Okay, I'm gonna check again. Let's see if this works this time. Welcome in, everybody. Hi, Sonia. Okay, I'm gonna check again. Let's see if this works this time. Okay, I think we're good. I think we fixed the demon girl. No, I think I let me take my it was my earbuds. Let me take those out. Okay. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in back to the channel Instructions for Humanity, Spirit of Consciousness. I'm going to wait for some of you guys to come in here. And, you know, I really wanted to go higher. I just want to get out of, where the sidewalk ends. But where's Erica and where's Candace? No, and this is like a serious question, guys. Like, because I don't even follow this stuff. Has anyone seen Candace lately and anyone seen Erika Kirk? Like, why is the narrative shifting? Like, where's everybody at? Did they tell Candace Owens to stand down? Please, someone answer that in the chat here. I'm gonna wait for some of you guys to come in here, and while I take care of a few things. Welcome in, everyone. I'm gonna take care of a few things while we're waiting for you guys to come in. And please answer me. Has anyone heard from Erika lately? And anyone heard from Candace Owens? We're gonna go where spirit wants to lead us today. And I'm just kind of open to, seeing where that is, what that is, right? Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome into the channel. Welcome. Guys, I'm feeling very jovial. Is that it, jovial? I'm feeling very, very, very happy. I don't know why. We're gonna get into. I'm gonna wait for some of you guys. Sure that everyone can find me on. Good evening. And first and foremost, I do want to say, guys, please, guys, when you come in here, half of you guys that watch me on a regular basis are not subscribed to this channel. Please, guys, like I say, I put my heart, my soul, my passion, literally everything on the line because I have to go into the spirit realm. In on this channel, when I'm talking about we're doing a psychic investigation, where we going deep. We done literally found the entity, the reptilian that got all of these players soul tethered. And it'd be interesting to see if it's not all of the Hollywood, cast members that are part of the EP, files that are literally so tethered to this thing. So, literally, guys, I am literally doing what I can for humanity on a serious note. Please, please, please subscribe to the channel and please put a like on the video when you come in here, guys. And so we are about to get into another video, the curious case of Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk is a code word for an operation, guys, is what we've been talking about. What is, and what we're really learning here is what is Operation Charlie? That should be the title of the video. What is Operation Charlie? This is the vibe that I'm getting. What is Operation Charlie? We got the government shut down. We got literally, people who, actually, I thought SNAP was just food stamps. Now it appears that it's people who get like assisted living, like help with housing, like Section 8 and all this stuff. Like we got, food prices sky high. We got the markets crashing. We got siphoning the American dollar to feed into the very place that Candace Owens is fighting against, has been fighting with, you know what I mean, Israel. We got a lot going on. a lot of dirty hands in the pot. And we just need to, find out what is clean and what is not, guys. This is what we are going into today. Give me just a second to get everything situated. I see you guys coming in here. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Okay. All right. Guys, I do want to say that if you want to book a session with me, I do have my quantum reading spiritual diagnosis discounted into the end of the month. If you need to find out what's going on with your soul, you want to find out if you have any attachments, any entities, you want to find out what the heck you should be doing with your life. You want to find out if you have any spirit guides around you, and possibly sometimes past life messages do show up, guys. There will be some links down below. Go ahead and book your session. And please, guys, purchase the book that I wrote, The Cosmic Bible, The Great Expansion, right? Um, this book, guys, is going to tell you everything that is going on. Guys, it will blow your mind. It's literally a channel Bible where Source God put me literally in a state of hypnosis. This book was channeled under hypnosis, and it tells you about all the different transmissions. These are transmissions given to me directly by Source, and then Source expands the teaching and breaks it down. It talks about Antarctica, talked about what's on the other side of the ice wall. It talked about the telepathy everyone's getting, which is brought about because humanity is getting new hard technology. Like I said, we are literally human technology, but we have help. This thing is more sci-fi than you ever thought that it was. And guys, there is a happy ending at the end of this whole thing. All of this is just for us to return back into the brute collective consciousness. So the last age we started to experience the outer God, right? This is why we did worship outside. This is why we worshiped in buildings, right? Instead of the building inside, the church inside, right? But this new age that we're going into, it's all about the inner God, right? So how do we move from point A to point B? So this book is going to answer all of those questions because we are returning back home, back to the source. That's what's going on. And that's why everything seems so weird. So just wanted to let you know that. But anywho, let's get into it. Let's get ready to rumble. Sound is good. Sound is good. Candace is on vacation. Okay, good. Erika just recorded a new song. Erika Kirk has a song. Gag order put on Candace. Candace is under gag order. Baby, do you guys remember a few weeks back when I was doing, I think it was Candace Owens video and the entity removal, right? It was God confirmed Candace Owens entity, that one. Remember when we got to the end, I was in her energy field, but also in her energy body. And, and I'm really hearing her electrical body, right? There's a lot of electrical energy going on in there. I told Candace Owens the best thing for her to do is to take a break from the Charlie Kirk because it's keeping her connected so much to the field. Remember her and Charlie Kirk were literally sharing a field, and it looked like Candace Owens about to meet the same fate as Charlie Kirk. Remember when I said that? She needs to take a break. So I speak no evil. So I am happy that she's actually taken a break. But I'm almost wondering, guys, who silenced her? Who told her to stop? This is what I'm actually wondering. And did it actually come from Turning Point USA? Remember I told you guys two sides of the same coin and two separate teams, everything leads back to the same source. So I want to kind of explore that because in the last video, and I got all my findings. Yes, I still got the ghetto paper, but it's because it's already been written on. Okay. I got new paper, right? But we have to look to some of these old channels here. Guys, I do automatic drawing. So what that means is I'm just doodling. I don't know what it is that I am writing until I look back and Source literally gives me the source codes to expand this stuff. These are my psychic drawings. and I will explain them to you. If you cannot see them clearly, do not worry. I will explain everything that you need to know, because not only is it about to get deep, it has already gotten deep. And in fact, we even went off into far off dimensions. And at the end of the day, everything's going to be okay. Just know that, because no matter what side you're on, right or left, up and down, black and white, um, whatever, Candace Owens or Erika Kirk, it's all going to lead back to the same thing. Because literally, what did I say? This whole charade and whole show, Charlie is not dead, okay? Let's get that straight. We found that out through the psychic investigation. Charlie is not dead, but he's still not sovereign. He's being controlled. He's being controlled, and there is still the bondage energy in his feet. He does not have free movement. Before, I saw Charlie's consciousness going into of a something like a civil rights leader, and it looked to be a black man. This is what I'm saying. All these people have been doing is body hopping throughout history. If you've been on this channel for a while, then you know how we get down. We it gets deep over here. That's all I got to say. So just know this is what's going on with Charlie. And Candace Owens was so involved in the case that it was very interesting that Candace Owens, oh God, hold on. It was interesting that Candace Owens, her automatic drawings were starting to look a lot like the bondage that Charlie Kirk was in. Now that's interesting, right? But I want to explore just how interesting that is. Was Candace Owens in alignment with Charlie Kirk's energy field because she was heartbroken? Or was Candace Owens aligned so much in Charlie's energy field because she was holding the good cop, bad cop positioning? Is her and Erika working together? Would a wife that didn't seem to have sympathy, would this be a bigger story? And would this siphon more energy than a loving wife? Probably. I'm just saying. Just saying that. You guys for all angles. What if Erica and Candace is actually working together? I don't know. I don't know. But as a psychic investigator, what I do is I pose these questions, and then I see what the energy field has to say about that, right? So I want to pull up some things here, because I think we need to understand that the last channel, I didn't know who I was reaching, but it appeared that not only is Candace Owens and Charlie sharing a field, but I guess Erika energetically got wind of that and wanted to do her own little drawing, right? Share a field with Charlie too. But the only interesting thing about this field that she was sharing with Charlie is that Erika was missing, girl. This here is Charlie here, that face. This is the reptilian that everyone that has itself attached to everyone. And remember, he's hooked into Charlie's eye, siphoning energy through the back of the head and neck, where I originally got that Charlie had an incident in the back of the neck. So when Erika Kirk wanted to share the field with Charlie, it's interesting. She doesn't show up at all, but what shows up front and center is the freaking reptilian. And this is Charlie's legs down here. If you watch all the other videos, this connects to all the other drawings. But I will just tell you, if you haven't been here, this line has been in every drawing. This is Charlie's feet being anchored down by the reptilian. Candace Owens was also anchored down by the reptilian. But it's interesting that this field, it feels as if Erika Kirk is more is more the reptilian energy. Doesn't feel that it's a separate thing. It feels as if she's part of this, right? And so, what that means, guys, because I remove entities for a living, guys, and I know a lot about the reptilians and the grays. I just got done removing a gray this evening. I love removing grays because they can't hide. They are very sloppy at hiding. They don't hide very well, but the reptilians, they really do know how to hide, right? And so, she's hardwired to this thing. Erica Kirk is. And when you're hardwired to it, I mean, I'm not sure, what the removal would be like, or even if that would be possible if that is part of you. You know what I mean? But that was interesting. But now we get Candace Owens on the run or missing or taking a break or being silenced. I tend to think it's the latter. She's being silenced. She's being silenced. I think Candace Owens was always to play this role because we know it's a stage play. It's not just a stage play with the event that we saw and with the Taylor or whoever Tyler that they caught. That wasn't just it. Then they had to bring it on social media and siphon more energy from both sides. So, like I said before, even if Candace Owens didn't know that she was part of it, it shows up that she is actually part of it in the drawings. It shows her as part of it because all of her energy has been siphoned back up to the same entity, back to the reptilian. And in Candace's case, it's being funneled through some sort of Masonic order and then funneled into, of course, the reptilian, right? And I got so many drawings here. I don't want to get into this because it's gonna it's gonna be crazy. But I want to get a fresh drawing today because I need to know where this case is leading us to. Okay. Someone told Candace to be quiet. Is Candace in danger? Is she in danger of herself? Okay. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Okay. There's still a lot of energy showing up. I'm kind of like tapping into Candace right now. And one of the first things that happens is that my face is almost getting flush, right? So it's like the blood is kind of rushing to my face. So I don't know if this means like anger or like is she angry about something? Is she hot about something? Is she heated? Or is this some sort of also too in entities and things of that nature can also change the body temperature, but it feels like there is an energy present with Candace right on the left side, left upper side, and I want to tap into that. So the first thing I can tell you guys is that they are energetically putting a stop to this thing. And what I mean by they is because the show is over. I already told you guys the sidewalk has ended. They got what they needed. And I can feel the energetic blockage in the energy field of the Operation Charlie. And so I can already tell you the spiritual goons are putting out blocks and signals out there for people to stop talking because this is part of a bigger cover up. The first thing I want to say. Sorry, I'm just examining something. Hmm. Something interesting is happening. Okay, I got fluttering sensation in the heart, heart palpitations. Something interesting is happening. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm asking the energy of Candace to send me some telepathic impressions. I'm seeing some very interesting energy surrounding her. It feels like I don't know if she's having dreams or if she's hallucinating, but there appears to be these things kind of flying around her. And of course, this is spiritual, but I don't know if Candace can see these things or not. And it's um, it feels like a smoky energy, like spiritual debris, like just gray debris, as a solid. That's what it looks like. I mean, this is a classic entity, right? Negative entity. There's that energy in the air. And I am feeling a telepathic impression in my left hip, right? And so if you guys know anything about that, if you've taken my course, this is one of the areas where entities like to link in to people's energy field. So there's something still going on with Candace. Interesting enough, I don't see a reptilian in this drawing, and but I do feel that you see what I mean? Okay, so I did the automatic drawing and then I start channeling that smoky thing flying. And look, I get that smoky thing here. This just looks like, honestly, this looks like gibberish to me. It really does, but my other abilities will help me verify it. There's something flying around her. It's an energy. It's a dark energy. It looks to be dark gray debris. It looks like debris of this situation, right? Um, in my last few drawings, I want to connect this to the last. I think I need to connect this to Erika. Hold on. It's interesting. This is the last thing I drew of Erika on the 15th of October. There are these three kind of things in her energy field, and these were like representing three eyes. But this eye, the left eye, is linked into the reptilian, as we saw before. However, in Candace Owens' field, there also this energy here that looks a lot like this thing I found in Erika. Those three things there. That kind of shows up here. And I'm just wondering if it's connected. I'm wondering if this is Erika and Candace Owens. One second. Yeah, this is getting interesting. I don't know why. Why is there this interesting native energy? Y'all, this is going to get crazy. This is about to get crazy. The last time we were on the live, was it yesterday? I drew this. Now it looks like a bunch of scribbles. I would have to agree to you. But when I flip this thing over, we still get these three things here. Remember, that's Erika, this the spell work. That represents Erika. And if you guys have been here, we've been talking about this witchcraft energy, this witchcraft that Erika Kirk was doing, an everyday witchcraft. And she's also working with a higher witch, which is not in this realm. It's not. Well, that's Erika Kirk's energy here, representing three eyes, representing like, this, I don't want to say hidden knowledge, but she's working with someone outside of physicality. There it is again. These things here, look at that. They may just look like scribble scrabble to you, but to me, this is given some sort of language. Because sometimes I'll channel like languages and I can see if they are good or evil. Um, the really, really nefarious ones, you can tell like it's like pure darkness. This to me almost looks like, I don't want to say it has angelic energy, but obviously it's not. But it just means that it's higher up. It's not like of complete darkness, right? We're gonna get into it. So that's showing up there, and it's still here, and it's here as well. So I'm trying to figure out what this is leading us to, because that's a new thing. Remember, when everything started cooling down a little bit, these things are starting to shapeshift. Is what I'm saying. So I want to know, where is this leading us to? Where is the energy going? That's what I'm trying to say here, because I think this thing is leading us somewhere else. And I keep wanting to stay the course, but I keep getting led to, there's something else going on. And it feels as if it's outer worldly. And you could just look at Erica's field. This is like a bunch of magic, everywhere. Bunch of magic. This is her field. That was that raven energy. And there's that nail again we keep finding, the witch's nail. But I want to point something out to you guys. When you look at this thing, I know you guys might not look at it and see it, but I see something very Native American. I think this is surrounding the Hopi prophecy. I got to pull that up and look at it again, but that's Erica up there. But if you look at this thing here, this looks like lips right here. That looks like a nose. This looks like a native man to me. It looks like a Native American man. And even here, we can look at these things almost as if maybe they could also be the feathers, right? Okay, so the Hopi prophecy is a series of oral traditions foretelling a coming period of great change, purification, and a choice between a path of destruction and one of peace. Remember, I said the sidewalk has ended and we got to get out of here because both of their sides lead to the same source, which is the siphon energy of the Grand Wizard mothership, the AI Atlas that's coming. So I'm telling you, I'm channeling Hopi prophecy. We are entering in to a timeline where people will have to make a decision, a choice of a path between destruction and one of peace. Let me see what else it says. So these prophecies include signs such as a climate imbalance, appearance of the blue star Kachina, and the arrival of a purifier from the east, while warning of a great storm of destruction from the west. If humanity continues on a path of greed, which we have, which we are, and conflict, which what just happened in Israel, all that conflict, right? Which is still going on, by the way. So if humanity continues on a path of greed and conflict, ultimately the prophecies speak of the potential for a new harmonious world if humanity chooses a path of unity and respect the earth. Okay. So this is what I'm literally channeling, right? And I know it's hard to get that from that, but there's a lot of other things that, that I am taking into consideration as well. Remember how I said in one of the other videos that humanity has been living in a false kind of timeline because a long time ago they made a copy of literally the divine consciousness, the 144,000, remnant light codes, right? And so the copy is part of the false God, part of the false elites, their system and structures. But the thing is, humanity has been literally being led by that thing, and it has all reached a point. So the Operation Charlie was to get humanity into the right energetic environment to lead us down a certain path, but it was to drain every bit of energy out of the old system. Because remember, of going into the new age, right? Where literally the age of Aquarius, where we can't play by the rules of Pisces, which was the outwardly worship, right? Where it's all about the internal God and the internal miracles, right? And so they know that the old stuff won't work because we are literally experiencing a cosmic rebirth. So the Operation Charlie had to drain every bit out of the old system. So same thing that's going on in our financial markets. Same thing that's going on with the war and the strife and the conflict in the world. They're trying to figure out who's going to be the ruler of the next age, the next, this next energy that we're going into. So I'm trying to put the pieces together, but I think I needed to make that clear. So everyone's playing their role. And sometimes people play a role and they don't even know they're part of the cast, is what I'm saying. This is kind of what I'm trying to figure out with Candace Owens. She's obviously part of the cast, but at the same time, when you hear her speak, she says that she's not. That she's on she's on this side and she's looking in. But is that really the truth? Let me go back here. Another thing I find interesting is that the X's are gone. Remember the X in every single last one of these videos was literally the mutation of the cross. Remember? This is what I'm saying. They're shifting. I don't know what they're up to, but they're taking stuff down, is what I'm saying. They're removing the game that they just played in front of us. And now I'm telling you, I'm getting heavy Native American energy. And I'm trying to figure out, what does this have to do with that? Well, one thing for sure is that we are on native land here. We are on Aboriginal indigenous land here in America. And part of part of the ending of this age is facing the karmic mirror, right? I always talk about the karmic mirror is a energy field that allows you to see, your soul's true reflection. Sometimes you can see that through, friends and family members, or sometimes you can see that through your own actions. And it kind of computes a karmic, a karmic, justice in a way. Is this good or bad, right? This is the karmic mirror. And so one of the things we're looking at as not just humanity, but specifically here in America, the reason why America will never be, it will never be right, no matter how much we want to make it great again. And I know we all love our country, but the thing about it is, you got to face the karmic mirror. You can't come and build on top of the bones of the ancestors and think you're going to have a good, a good country. It's just not going, it's not possible. It's not going to happen. You know what I mean? That's one of the things that I'm sensing, is that we've reached the end of this thing, and the karmic mirror has really hit this thing that we're calling America, and we got some decisions to make. But the new energy that we're going into, it won't let you build off of anything external, because it's all about the internal. So here's the issue. Ooh, that really brought me to it, the internal revenue. Something's going to happen with the internal revenue. They're going to change some laws. I think they're going to I think they're going to change some things. Originally, I thought they would change some things against some of these native groups and tribes. Like specifically talking about the main tribes that everyone knows, right? Originally, I did get a message that they were going to take some of those lands away from them. But now I feel a wrestle, a tug of war within the energy field, that they may do some things to pay back some of the karmic debt, but it feels like a trick or something, like it's not on the up and up. That's what it feels like. It's like they're trying to figure out a way to like pay off the karma, but also to still remain in control, and it's not on the up and up. Right? That, like, this is what I'm getting. Guys, I have no idea. Don't ask me how we got here, because I ain't really, this was not about this, but I just got to go with where the energy is. I'm trying to get back to you, Candace girl, but the energy just keeps taking us somewhere else, because they've literally shut this thing down, because it's over. They're done. They are done. I'm telling you. And that's why, because I'm a channeler of the omniverse. And that's why I keep getting big picture, because the small picture has served its purpose. Funny enough, I do see that um left hip of Candace Owens. I think that's being anchored down, but she's not in the field with Charlie anymore. I know there's a lot of papers. I got to go through them. I do. I have to make sense of this thing. You know me, my codes, guys. I don't like when my codes. I want to know all about my codes. There's something, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. Something's going on, guys. Something is not right. Something's not right. Something's wrong with Candace. Something's wrong. Thank you, Audrey, for the super chat. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Guys, something's wrong with Candace Owens. And I'm sorry if you guys can't see this, but you see this I channeled on the 11th, the last one I did of Candace Owens here. And she has that same energy on her left side. Here's the same energy. Remember, that's the that's energy. This is Erika here. E for Erika. She was being weighed down. She had the stress of Erika on her back. They were playing a game, a spiritual chess game, and she was sitting here and being anchored down by the same thing that was anchoring Charlie's feet down. Well, that same energy cloud is above her, that smoky, like entity energy that I saw, the gray one, that's still there, but her feet this time is different. Yeah, the anchor came in. There's an entity down at the feet. Something's wrong with Candace Owens. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this line coming down here, do you see this energy here? It looks like, I don't know if that could be a nose. This looks like some hair. Looks like a mouth. Like the person has a like a really protruded upper. It could be a mustache. No, this is an entity. Like upper lip is like protruding out. And look, do you see that? That's the hair. That's the nose. This is the mouth. This is the upper mouth is kind of protruding out and the lower mouth. So when I said that thing, something was coming in to anchor her feet, it's here. It's here. She is anchored down. Something is wrong with Candace Owens. Hold on. I'm going to try to darken this so you guys see it. I don't want to change anything. This is for sure an entity. This is it. She looks so sad too. Look at that. Look how sad Candace looked. When she said she was taking a break, I happened to go to her channel today, and I think the last time she posted was on the 13th or something. I'm not sure, guys, but look on the 11th when she's so freaking sad, man. Look at that. Look at her body posture. It's really sad. Those are her thoughts. That's Erika's energy looming here. That's another energy looming here. That's the weight of the game her and Erika was playing here. She slumped over. Her feet, here's her feet. Something was coming in to anchor those feet. Remember? Look, this is Charlie and Erika's field. Erika is more already embodied in the reptilian here. This is Charlie's face here, and this is Charlie's feet here. Remember, and the entity is anchoring him down. Remember, I said Charlie and Candace is sharing a field because she's in the same positioning. Look at that. Almost identical. That's Charlie over here. And this is Candace Owens here. And look, the anchor was coming in to anchor her down, much like the reptilian was already doing to Charlie. Now we get that the anchor is here. As of October 23rd, the anchor, which was once here, coming in, is now here. And it's a face is showing up. You guys probably can't see it. I need to darken it really quickly, but this line I just sketched over it. That's her feet. And remember, the anchor was coming in, but this thing now is connected. So let me, I'm going to trace over it so that you guys can see. Guys, subscribe please and like the video. All right. Try to do my best here. There it is. Do you see it? The anchor is now physical. This looks like hair. That looks like a nose. And this too, these are the same lips now. Something has changed. Hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. We are in the speak no evil phase. This is what's going on. And that's why Candace is gone. She was forced to take a break, even though I had suggested this is what I saw in her energy field. She needed to do this anyway. She was forced to because she's being stopped and anchored. Sorry it took me so long into the psychic investigation, but I had to get us back on track. These are the same mouths that have been popping up. She's being anchored down totally now. And I want you to look at their lips here. That's the nose. This is a native nose. I got all these people in my family. I know it when I see it. This is, that is a Cherokee nose. That's what it looks like to me. And look, I want you to pay attention to these two. These are lips. Remember, I said the other one is hanging over, the top lip is protruding out. It's more out than the bottom one. Now look back at Candace Owens. This lip is more protruded out than the bottom one. That's the nose, and that's the little hair hanging over. Now, obviously, this thing doesn't look native, right? But the lips are the same. This, the nose is more straight out. The other one had a more native nose, but those lips are exactly the same. The whole point is I'm saying we are in the speak no evil phase. This is why I keep getting these protruding lips in these sessions, right? Because that is where they're going. That's why they allowed Candace to keep on talking. And to be honest, Erika's energy, Erika's energy is she's full blown reptilian, guys. She's not even here. She's not here. Where is she? She's not here. She ain't showed up to court today. She didn't show up here today, but she did show up in as the entity in the other one. Not saying that she is, but she's part of it, totally embodied with it and it with her. As if everyone else they still have part of themselves. And Candace Owens is the one I truly believe can get totally free from this stuff, but she will have to detach from it completely. And it's the people in her life. I'm talking even down to her husband in some regard, which we need to get to him. We have not, because the energy has not led us to him yet. And I'm almost wondering why that is. Who is he being protected by? Why did he allow his wife to keep talking? I know there ain't no way that a real, like, I'm gonna say a real man, but a man's man would allow their wife to put, literally, they got 4 kids, I think. Why would he allow that? They don't need the money that bad. What is this truly about? Because potentially he's in on it too. Why would you allow your wife to keep talking? And I'm not saying this is the old days where, men control their wives. I'm not saying that, but I mean, you have to be honest with yourself. It's a little odd that her husband never says anything. Never, and she just comes back more and more emboldening. I'm thinking that he's allowing this for a purpose and a reason. And I'm trying to figure out what that reason is. Mm. There's some laws that they're working on right now. Something about this: speak no evil. I don't know why these indigenous people are showing up, but we certainly wouldn't want what happened over in Israel to start happening here, where people are like, well, the natives are the original people, so why not give the land back to them, the Aboriginals? And that movement is already rising up. If you know, then you know. There's literally a lot of clauses being added into some of our original documents that formulated our country. There are some speak no evil things being added, meaning if you talk about this, then this is what's going to happen to you. There are things being reworked, I'm hearing, as it pertains to the foundation of this country. And it has to do with our freedom of speech. And why are all the lips protruding now? Why are there lips? There's all lips now. And why are they overly exaggerated? You know how when Pinocchio lied, his nose grew, right? That's what I'm saying. It feels like it's animated, like spiritually I'm being told to focus on the lips, right? And there's something unnatural about it. So these things that will happen will be completely unnatural. And maybe they wanted Candace Owens to keep talking so that they could have a reason to put these things into place. Government is always one step ahead of us, ahead of people. Interesting. I just flipped it over. That looks like an E. Don't that look like an E as well? E for Erica? Because remember, we can read Candace Owens' field. Usually there's inversion going on there because there's so much, stuff hopping into her field, which is not of her, right? These entities and whatnot. Wow. That looks like something here too. There's a protrusion out here. Looks like something's in the mouth. That's a gag order right there. There it is. Found it. Hold on. I'm going to trace it. Something is wrong with Candace, y'all. I'm going to trace it. Look. Now, I know this looks different than the other one, but this is part of the psychic investigation is you have to feel your way energetically, right? So there's also a feeling through the clear sentience, right? That we feel the translation of this. So remember, it's an exaggeration of the top lip. It's more protruding out. There's something inside of here. Something is in the mouth, stopping the flow. Gag order. I'm hearing something. Hold on. I'm hearing music. Hold on. Hmm. Sorry, guys. Look something up. I'm also getting that sickness in the butt, like my stomach. So when I'm in Candace Owens' field, like my stomach, I get sick to my stomach. So we are like in her energy body. There's something wrong with her, is what I'm feeling. I'm channeling this pinball energy. Remember the old school game pinball? And I'm trying to figure out what that has to do with anything. 1 second. Remember pinball is like a machine where don't you just like pull that lever and that ball goes up? I'm trying to think if that is what it is. Is that what it is, guys? Pinball? Don't you pull something and there's a little ball that goes like throughout the game? That's is kind of like that. Okay. Let me see if this has anything to do. Okay. So start by inserting a coin and then pulling the plunger to launch the ball into the playfield. Use the flipper buttons on the side of the machine to hit the ball and score points by hitting targets, bumpers, and lanes while trying to keep the ball from draining through the bottom. Y'all, this is getting freaky. I don't know what is anybody, y'all. This, I feel this on every level that we're tapping into some sort of sick game they've been playing and they're using Candace Owens as the board piece. This is weird, y'all. Why am I channeling pinball and she literally has a ball plunged in her mouth in between the lips. The lips are swollen in every picture as if they've been punched or battered or whatever energetically or even overworked and overused. And now we get this pinball energy. And I'm trying to understand this game because I think that that's the game that they've been playing with us. What the what? Yo, yo, this is crazy. Ooh, this is psycho, y'all. Please, guys, subscribe to the channel and like the video. What? Hold on, y'all. Someone knows how to play pinball? Please, some. Oh, 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 y'all. Remember, I was talking about the Three Eye Atlas? What's in that mothership? It's a Grand Wizard mothership. How come I looked and I like was trying to find out stuff about the pinball game, how to play it? Why why is there like an image that pops up and it says pinball wizard? You can't make it up. Pinball wizard. This is cuckoo for Cocoa Mofo Puffs. Okay. This is crazy. Hold on. Hold on, guys. This is crazy. That is not a mistake. For real, for real. Seriously. Look what it says. Pinball wizard. Now I know that they're pointing out that this guy is a pinball wizard. But isn't that strange that we've been talking about the the being that has been looking and working with Erika Kirk, that the witch, hold on, I'm trying to find the drawing, is a wizard. That is the exact word that source used. Grand wizard. That's her. This is it. It's a androgynous energy, not male or female. Looks like female, but it's also male. That is also too who Erika Kirk is taking orders from in the spirit realm. Not just the reptilian, but also this grand wizard. And this witch that has been helping do all this witchcraft. And the witchcraft now, guys, spreads down to even the formation of our country. Part of this of how they even got America as it was witchcraft being done. Witchcraft on the natives, witchcraft on the people who thought opposite, the ones who, you know, wanted the king, the one who didn't. A lot of this has witchcraft written all over it. Our country has never been Christian, unless you're telling me Christian nation is also a witchcraft nation. Unless you're saying that, because that's what I see. These things have always been here. And that's why they needed Erika, Miss America. Remember? Miss, and I kept calling her Miss Erika, America, Erika. because it fits the code of America. Remember, she is working with a witch. I'm telling you, the whole country is founded on witchcraft. That's what helped them get America formated through witchcraft. And part of the indigenous being taken out happened not only through muskets, but through witchcraft as well. They didn't want us to know that. They are changing a lot of things right now as it pertains to indigenous rights. Some are looking into the karmic mirror saying, hey, we got to make this right. And some are saying, shut up and hold the line. Okay, let me get back. This is crazy. Let me get back. That's a sidebar. Candace Owens, they see, this is what I don't like. This is what I don't like. Remember, I just kept saying Candace Owens is in his field. Yeah. She's positioned herself just like Charlie, gotten anchored down. Now we know it's the entity and it has an E on it. And it's because they were playing a game. They're playing a game of pinball. And now that same ball is literally being pinned down in her mouth to keep her from talking. Now, will she stop talking? I don't know. Will she stop talking? Remember, this thing too, and this is C for Charlie. This is Charlie's mouth. Was this thing too, and the reptilian too. I lined it up. The reptilian is actually speaking through Charlie. This thing is overlooking it, speaking through Charlie to spew out this mutation to the nation, but it's the entity really doing it, but he's cloaking it like it's Charlie CCC. No, it's not. It's really the reptilian, which we've already made that clear. But Candace Owens has an issue. She was she was used. So rather through, like we were exploring, quantum manipulation, with her being linked in through quantum manipulation, not just Charlie's field, but into Trump's field too. Because remember, Charlie was in Trump's field as well. But it appears that they allowed her to keep talking, talking, talking. So that it would be easier to put clamps on her. That's why her husband never said anything. He's in on it. I don't care what no one says. He is in on it. And I haven't figured it out yet, but I will figure it out. I will now. They didn't want me to get back to this. Hold on. Hold on. This is the game that we've been playing, pinball. I don't even know how to play this game, but I got to figure it out. Should we I don't know if I could watch this video. I'm not sure about the rules on that, so I'm not too keen to press play, but let's see. Okay, so the game of pinball, let's see, guys. This is what it looks like. This is the game of pinball. So this appears to be whatever they've been playing with us, this little show. So there's a ball that comes up here in between those white lines there. I think it comes on the side and then it goes through all these things. Okay, we need to break this down. We need to break it down. Oh, this is an older one, it looks like. That looks interesting in itself. Doesn't this look like a message of sorts? This looks like three eyes. Oh my God, it looks like a 911 up there. This looks like three eyes here. This looks like, the side of the body, the stomach here. side of the face, side of the face. Does that look like a man, like a snowman or something? Interesting. This is the ball that we found in Candace Owens' mouth. How do we play this thing? Insert one coin and wait for the machine to retest. Why are they giving me advertisements? We ain't buying nothing. Okay. It says each player shoot one ball at a time, as indicated on the back glass to tilt, not to disqualify the player. What? Left eject whole square. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to get what's going on. Hold on. That just seemed too complicated. Let me figure this out. I didn't want me to get back here, but this is the game they've been playing with us. Okay. Okay. I wish you guys could talk back to me so I could hear you. It's like, the comments. Wow, I need to hear. Someone said, could this be related to the movie by The Who? I'm not sure. I never watched that movie. Check out the movie, it might help. Um, I don't know if they're talking about Candace. Okay, here's the thing. It's the pinball. Nevertheless, guys, y'all can look that up. This is the game we're in. They got this pinball lodged in Candace Owens' mouth, representing the gag order. So that showed up. So, what is the objective of this game? Hold on, I'm going to read that. So, to play old school pinball, the goal is to keep the ball in play as long as possible by using the flippers, like on the side, nudging the machine to score points. Keep the ball in play, to score points as long as possible. Unlike modern machines, the older electro mechanical EM pinball tables don't give you explicit instructions. So learning the basics of the ball control and table layout is key to improving your score. Okay. So it says before take a moment to look at the playing field. Identify the bumpers, the targets, the lanes. Read the instruction card. You usually at the bottom left corner. Y'all. Interesting. That's where all the entities are. To understand how to earn bonus points and trigger specific features. Okay, start the game. You insert the coin. Got it. Pull the spring loaded plunger on the right hand side and release it. Send the ball onto the playing field. For some machines, a soft plunger or a full force plunge can activate a skill shot, rewarding you with points. Okay. The flippers are controlled by buttons on the side of the machine. Time your button press carefully to hit the ball with precision. Timing the spot on the flipper where the ball makes contact, okay, to determine the trajectory. Shoot the ball across the playing field, hit it near the tip of the flipper. Okay, shoot the ball. Okay. Okay, no, this is not telling me anything. Why? No, no. I need to know. Listen, they're playing a game with us. I'm just trying to figure out this pinball because it is wedged in Candace Owens' mouth. But it, but it may not be Candace Owens. What I'm saying is inverted. So when we invert it, it's not Candace. It's some sort of entity. One second. I'm sure, I'm going to look into this on how to play this game, but what source is really leading us to is this is the game that either they were playing with Candace Owens or they're playing with us. And it's about keeping the ball, in action for as long as possible. But what I'm telling you now that she's missing or gag order or on vacation or stopped, the ball has stopped. Remember, I kept saying the energy has shifted. We've reached the end of the apex, the end of the road, the sidewalk. Remember, I kept saying that? Yeah. Is Candace Owens the ball? Is Candace Owens the ball? We're going to get more into that because I don't want to like spend time reading this. But when we get off of here, I'm going to go watch videos on how pinball actually works. Let's see. I think Candace Owens is the ball, or she was to keep the ball going and rolling. And then they stopped her when they set her out. That means that the ball is no longer in play. That means that we're in a different game, folks. They stopped the game. They stopped the game. They stopped the game. They are doing something right now very dirty in our government. I'm telling you, they stopped the game. They are rewriting stuff as we speak. And part of it is to take away free speech. Okay, I was trying to play a video of the give me something with not a lot of noise. I want to hear about the pinball. Come on. But not anyone that's playing music in the background. Oh, goodness. Of course they would be playing a bunch of music. Oh, this is a wow. Look at this pinball. This I'm telling you, they've had us in a game of pinball, y'all. This is crazy. This is what the game looks like. This is a game they've been playing with us. Hold on. Let me. No. Darn you. Yeah. Look, there's a shark there. There's celebrities. Oh my God, there's those three things. Hold on. Oh my God. Guys, pay attention to this. This is what they've been playing with us. Look, there's a shark in the opening. When you enter the game, you are entering into what? A cast. Do you see that spelled at the bottom of where the shark's mouth is? It says CAT, CAST. They're telling you we were inside of a game, a cast. Look, they got the little celebrities up here. So the ball enters into the game, and the whole premise is to keep the ball from falling out. Keep it in motion. Candace Owens was keeping the ball in motion, and she was on it too. She was on it. Look at these. Look at those three things on the side. Guys, look to the left. Do you see? Hold on. Hold on. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Look, remember in Erika's field? Look at those three white little lines off to the left, right? Do you guys see that? Look. Look at those three things. It looks like part of that game. Let's look at more. So these the three things off to the left. You got the celebrities in the middle. Oh, bounty hunt. Interesting. Has says bounty hunt. See what else? Something with I don't know what that is over there, but this is this is a game that we've been in. I muted it. This is why everything is so hard. We're stuck inside of one of their little weird experiments and games. I'm just gonna leave that there. But we will revisit this because baby, that is a finding right there. We are just getting started. So we have been inside of a game. And now the game has changed. Candace Owens is being gagged, the gag order. But this is a pinball. The game is stopped. What did I say before? Remember, I said that Trump would eventually pull the plug on the Israel lie, but he needed more time. And Charlie Kirk was putting too many holes in the ship, and he had to get rid of him or tuck him away somewhere because it was not time yet to finish the game of musical chairs. So musical chairs is, let's say there's 8 chairs and there's 9 people. Well, when the music stops, the 9 people go around. When the music stops, there's one person left without a seat because there's only 8 seats, but 9 people. What we are experiencing, guys, there's only one seat left, and there's 2 kings. Who's going to rule this next age? Who's going to rule the new world? That all of the countries and leaders were in on it. But of course, like humans do, somebody wants to rule. So even this one world government won't be just one world. It will still be ruled by one thing. And in order to do that, they have to clog the mouth of the masses. So the very game that we were playing literally ends up shooting us in the foot. Maybe even the social media posts that everyone took part in literally shoots us in the foot. That's what I was saying. The game, they allowed the ball to be passed around. They allowed all of this, is what I've been saying. They allowed this whole thing, even people to talk on social media and to share their grievances, their likes and their dislikes, because they were building a case on us, which I was saying this a few videos back. They were been building a case on us. And part of the passport ID or whatever that thing is because they were building a score that they're going to give to you. If you are a good, you know what I mean, follower of them or not. if you're for their shenanigans or not. And I think the way they will get a lot of people to accept this thing is they are changing some laws. And a lot of that stuff has to do with the speak no evil. Because after all, we have to protect people because they're making Charlie a national monument just so they can bring these dictator laws against the free speech. Mark my words. That's what's happening. And so everyone that X that they used, the mutation of the cross that they used so beautifully, oh, apparently it's gone. It's all gone. Where's the X now? Where is the X? Because we're in a different game now. They know they can't run that because a lot of people don't even believe in the religions no more. That game is done. It's run its course. So they will find another symbol, another god to give us and to siphon in the new age. That will still happen. But I'm telling you, source just don't ever lie. Told you they switched this game up, and that's why the government is shut down too. Hmm. There's so much more I could say, but the passport ID. That's why they want Charlie to be this monumental figure because they will use that in hopes that people won't say anything because they'll be, yes, we're supporting Charlie. It's a game of pinball. There's a gag order not just for Candace, it'll be for everyone. And about everything, not just Operation Charlie. This had nothing to do with him. It was all about the free man. And maybe that's why too we are getting a lot of native, indigenous, ancestral energy here because what were they before? Sovereign, free men and free women. That's what Charlie Charles means. Is what free man, something like that. And Kirk means church. They know it's the end of the church, which we saw the display of what they did, the stage play of Charlie. That's why they don't use the X anymore. That's why the X ain't popping up no more. It's popping up like weak, like they've drained everything out of it. Like womp, womp, womp. Like it's there, but it's losing power. You know what I mean? Like it has a curvature to it now. It's not upright and up center like it was before, is what I'm saying. Because that game could only last so long. In the new world, it's all about the inner God. And so they can't use the exterior symbol of the cross anymore to siphon. So they're creating something else. That's what I'm saying. There's so much more I could say, y'all. There's a lot more, but does this making sense to you guys? Is this making sense? Ugh, there's something really wrong with Candace, though. For real, y'all. And we're gonna get to that. I've just had a long day. We're gonna get to that in another video, guys. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video, please. But do you see what I mean? It's all making sense of why the Aboriginal native ancestors are popping up. We are really, truly, it's like in order to move forward, you have to go back to where you started. Like, has anyone seen that in this season, this last showdown of the nine? We went back to where we started. Did anybody go back to where they started in this season in this year of 2025? That's the karmic mirror. It allows you to make a new choice. And even if it appears that you went backwards, when you finally make the right choice and the right way, your forward will be much faster. I mean, it will come quick, your forward, right? When we get into the new energy field. So that is what we're faced with. It's all the same things that I've been channeling throughout this. It was all an operation. It's all about the freemen, how to take away the freemen. Operation Charlie, how to take the freedom away. And somehow they have to go back to the original free men. And there's even the Black Aboriginals. There were a group of Aboriginals called freemen. They were literally called freemen, which means Charles, which is his real name. Charlie is Charles. So we are literally deciding, are we going to do the right thing? Or are we going to cover this up again, use their energy, to for another siphon, another go around the sun. I don't know what to say. It's just, but the Hopi prophecy, I spoke about it months ago. It's coming back again. It's a choice between the destruction and peace. Which one will you choose? Which one will you choose? Which one will it be? Hmm. Okay, so I opened up to a random page on page two. I was going to say 2001. I wish I wrote 2001 pages. On page 201 in The Great Expansion, a cosmic Bible for the ages. Let's see if this, has a final message for us. So it says, the father of duality teaches us to respect the darkness as well as the light aspects of ourselves. Yet on this earth, we focus so much on having a beautiful home, fancy car, eating at the finest restaurants, and vacationing in the most luxurious hot spots around the world. When we live this way, we ignore the other side of the coin. This imbalance elects hardship, finding oneself feeling that they are on Satan's naughties list. If we zoom out, we can see that both sides of the coin are necessary to navigate life's seasons. Humanity's inability to self regulate feelings, thoughts, and actions only add fuel to the Satan aspect. Our selfish consciousness is what brought in many of these disasters regarding the golden rule: treat others as you would like to be treated. We all learned this as a child, but somehow humanity's selfishness, lust for money, and material gain steered us in the wrong direction. If one has stolen from another, something will be stolen from them. If one has cheated on another, someone will cheat on them. If one lacks forgiveness for another, the grace of forgiveness will be withheld from them. This is why the shadow aspect of Source responds with natural disasters. In every destructive act lies a lesson. Lessons are the rebuke from the divine. This is necessary because not everyone learns under the light of the Jesus archetype. Most people will touch a burning flame by living life on the edge until the day the flame becomes a roaring fire. These trials are how many learn how to respect the living element of fire. This is what the Satan aspect of Source provides to us. The light aspect of Source uses the same natural disasters as a tool to cleanse out our collective soul body, Source body. These disasters are also used for resettling the earth back to its splendor, to make it whole and functional once again. Well, that was a message. So, as the Hopi prophecy says, hey, we are choosing the path between destruction and the one of peace. But I want to add something to the Hopi prophecy, which is, Native American. Interesting. And the Hopi people live where in Arizona? Where is Miss America, Miss Erika from? Arizona. Isn't that not where Operation Charlie and Erika America lived? Yeah. Can't make it up. And so we're choosing a path of destruction and peace. But as it explains here in the Great Expansion, the Cosmic Bible, it says, in every destructive act lies a lesson. So even destruction, guys, becomes instructions from source. There's duality to everything. So we will still be made whole because the destructive acts lies lessons, and the lessons are what is the rebuke from source, right? Because most people are they're not going to learn under the light. This is why all of the darkness had to come, especially in the year of the nine, so you could see into the karmic mirror. Most people won't learn until they touch that fire over and over and over again. And I want you to understand that this is why also too the temperature on the earth, not physical temperature, but the energetic temperature of why everybody feels pressed down, because it's a time of rebuke. The destruction leads to the lessons, which is a time of rebuke, which is actually good. It's for you to see yourself as source corrects you and gives you new instructions for humanity, right? And so that's why I say let them keep playing their games, because at the end of the day, it's all about the great expansion. You expanding through the refinement of your soul. And this will just keep going on throughout the ages until you become one again back with the infinite consciousness of source. That's what life is all about, by the way, if you're new to this channel. That's what it's all about. And you are to become the Christ. That's the goal, right, of your soul, to become crystalline, crystallized in all of your ways. Okay, that's it. That's a wrap, everyone. We'll talk soon. Guys, go ahead and book your session, your spiritual diagnosis. All links are down below. Purchase the book. And yeah, I don't know what else to say, but I love you guys so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. All right, guys. Oh, I'm looking in the comments. Pinball Wizard is an old song. Y'all, this is a lot of comments for me to look through. Um, but I'm going to leave this video here, and we will continue on. But this thing is much, much bigger. We literally are looking at what we are experiencing, guys, within this message today. We're looking at the karmic mirror, and it's like the mirror has many different angles. It's like the mirror that everyone can look in at the same time and see different fragments of themselves, but yet see everyone all together. Like us as a collective, we're looking into that, right? When we look at it on a macro level, on a micro level, these are the individual kind of, I don't want to say judgments, but for me, America is kind of shut down because it is deciding, as it's looked in its own karmic mirror, it's deciding, are we going to allow free men, or are we going to have the dictatorship, right? Are we going to put the gag order on everyone, not just Candace? Are we going to do the speak no evil energy? We're going to make Charlie the martyr and immortalize him so that we can bring about this, one world, or at least America, more totalitarian sort of control. This is what the game that they've been playing with us. I want you guys to know that, right? And these were all players in the stage play. Okay. That's it. It's a wrap. It is a wrap, guys. I love you guys. Have a wonderful evening. Take care. Okay. And hi, Sister Gail. I saw you pop in there, and Sister Carolyn, and everyone, and Anita, and who else? Everybody. Mary, I'm sorry I missed the chat here, and Sheila, and anyone that I missed. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful